Hey, Greg Boston here, CPA and president of QuickBooks Made Easy for Nonprofits, letting you know that it is that time again. It is the end of the year, into 2025. Are you someone that does QuickBooks Online for a nonprofit? Maybe you are an accountant or a bookkeeper or a CPA with clients that are nonprofits, or maybe you just are working for a nonprofit doing the bookkeeping in QuickBooks Online. And if you want some advanced QBO training just for nonprofits, there's not much out there except for our 6-pack mini-series that happens once a year. It's the end of 2025, so it's happening again in December. This is the 9th, the 10th, and 11th. We have 6 sessions that are all new, and they're just for nonprofit organizations using QuickBooks Online, and of course the bookkeepers, accountants, and CPAs that help them. All right? So if you want this training, well, if you want advanced training, it's coming up. I call it space tripping. We have a theme every year. This year I'm calling it space tripping. And the reason why is because, I don't know about you, but the world seems like a really crazy place right now. And the idea of like leaving and going into space actually sounds fairly calming to me. Right? So if you go into space, you have to worry about building the ship first, and then training the astronauts. And then after that, you can blast off. So these are our 3 themes. So what are the actual 6 courses? So day 1, and again, it's 2 courses a day, 2 hours each. We'll take an hour in between for lunch. And this is live training. Yes, you can ask questions. Yes, you'll get the recordings. So if you can't come to all of it, you will get the recordings. But anyway, building the spaceship. If you've got a data file that you've taken over and it's a big mess, or maybe you just want to fix your data file, maybe it was your own mess, you didn't take it over, but it has a bunch of stuff in it and we're trying to track all these things and we don't understand how to use QuickBooks to track them, that's a file that needs a system redesign. And so this is called Advanced Nonprofit System Design, Creating the Perfect File. Now, I've done this course for 3 years. I'm doing it again. It's 2 hours. It's on December the 9th. We're going to be covering what are the fields that typical nonprofits need to track, and where is the best place in QuickBooks to track those things. We're going to walk you through the whole process of redesigning a file. All right. One of the things that's really cool is this spreadsheet here that you will get. But basically, for each one of the fields that QuickBooks has, and there's 7 of them that you can use to track stuff, what are the features of each field? Like locations. You can't split transactions by location, but you can do it on journal entries. Okay. Or perhaps, let me see, the only thing that will track a quantity, hold on. The only thing that will track a quantity is a product service. Okay? And you can budget. You can budget by account. You can budget by customer, class, location. You can't budget by custom field. Although you can get a P&L by custom field. So anyway, knowing what the fields are is obviously going to make it much better for you when you're trying to design the file. So we're going to go through the whole thing. That's going to be our first course. Then, after you've got the system designed, you may have to repoint transactions for the current year, maybe the prior year, to match your new designed system. So how do you do that? So that's the second course on day 1, File Renovation, Flipping the Financial House in QBO. And this has been updated for the 2025 QBO as well. So all of that is getting the file ready. Training the astronauts. So this is about people. Now, this is what I'm most excited about. If you are using QuickBooks, and I assume that you are, and your client or you as a nonprofit, if you use QuickBooks Payroll, if you use QuickBooks Online Payroll, we've never had training before for nonprofits using QuickBooks Online Payroll. Now we do, okay? And that is what day 2 is all about, training the astronauts. So we've got Payroll for Nonprofits Part 1 and Part 2. In Part 1, we're going to walk you through the entire process of setting up QuickBooks Online Payroll, getting your accounts that things point to correct, setting up your employees, get the taxes, the deductions. We're going to roll through the whole process of setting up entering payroll, paying taxes, all the way through the W-2s at the end of the year. The second, part 2, is going to take it up to a whole new level. I don't know if you know this, but if you have QuickBooks Time, in addition to being able to run the payroll through QuickBooks Online, if you use the Time, you can actually get QuickBooks to split by grant and by program automatically. No more big, long journal entries. It happens automatically. This is very cool. Alicia Pollock is teaching both of these courses. I'll be there keeping things interesting, although she's interesting all on her own. But that's day 2, so it's all about QuickBooks Online Payroll. And then once we've got those first 2 days done, right, building the spaceship and training the people, then my theme is a little ridiculous, isn't it? Then we're ready to blast off into the future. So when I think about the future and I think about QuickBooks Online, I think about 2 things. One is modern reporting, and that's the first course, and the second is AI. So modern reporting, I'm sure you're aware of this, but when you go to do a report in QuickBooks, there's the new modern view that's been around for a while and nobody likes it, so they switch back over to the classic. That's going bye-bye very, very soon. And so you better get used to the modern view because it is here. So we're going to teach you all about this. Hector Garcia is doing it. He's amazing, and I'll be with him too. But we're going to teach you all about how to change and alter reports, how to use the filters, the compare, the displays, all that stuff, how to do that in the modern view. Also, if you would love to create your own custom report, you can certainly do that. You'll simply go to Custom Reports, and we're going to show you how to use this Create New Report feature to create your own custom reports. Has anyone ever tried this? It's mooey confusing, but it won't be after this session. Start by adding data columns. Okay, so we're going to go through all of this. By the way, has anyone ever seen how complicated and messy this is? It's quite the nightmare. But anyway, it won't be once we do that training. So we're going to be all about modern reports, so you will be comfortable with it, I promise you. And then we're going to end with AI. So what I mean by AI is, first we're going to a lot of us haven't really jumped on the bandwagon too much. So we're going to give you like some general basic stuff about AI, also how to use it to communicate really well with different stakeholders like board members versus funders versus staff, also how to do research. But then we're going to get into all of the AI features that are in QuickBooks. So I'm talking about, there's all kinds of things. When you look at a P&L, you'll see this little thing. It means that there's insights, and you can click on it, and it gives you information on it. Also, when you're going to enter transactions, you see this little feature here. If you pull it out, you can actually upload from a file. And so you can just click a bill, it'll upload it, it'll read the bill, and it'll suggest what you might or should put here. It's actually really cool. It also attaches to it, so you have an attachment. So that's really cool. And then the other place I like to suggest that I like to talk about when it comes to AI is the bank feeds. And you see these little things here. And if you click on it, it will give you information about where it should go. And it depends on, some of these are better than others. But we'll talk about where that information comes from and how to utilize that. And there's other places as well. But anyway, that's the AI. I'll be teaching it along with an AI expert that is nameless. I haven't chosen which one I'm going to pick yet. But anyway, so those are the courses. I think you could actually just go to either one or two or three of the courses. All 6 of them, they're $5.99 normally. I think there's a coupon for you to get $100 off, I believe, or $150. I'm not sure how much. Come to this thing. You can keep the recordings afterwards. You'll get 12 hours of CPA if you go to all of it. And it is amazing. All right, 12 hours of CPA, is that right? Yeah, 12 hours, 2, 4, 6, 12. Yeah, 12 hours. Sorry, not very good with numbers. Anyway, I'll see you there.